Bro, my girls are so thick and juicy, they'll make a fat man use mayonnaise as a lubricant. It's your boy Pimpin' Pap coming straight to you from the Ho Stroll on Atlantic Avenue. All my hoes is billion-dollar bitches. I don't mess with no $40 make your feet holler type of broads, you dig?
Claressa Shields Slides on Karizma Speaks official. The comments never stopped. It didn't matter if Claressa Shields won another belt, did an interview, posted a training clip, or just tried to breathe. Her name stayed trending for the wrong reasons. At first, she ignored it. That's what champions do. She had already made history, undisputed Olympic gold, multiple divisions. She had fought through Flint, Michigan's worst conditions and came out polished like a diamond under pressure. Internet talk? That wasn't supposed to shake her. But this was different because it wasn't just trolls. It was one voice, one channel, one woman hiding behind a camera and a ring light. Karizma Speaks, the channel that wouldn't stop. Karizma didn't yell. She didn't scream. That's what made her dangerous. She spoke calmly, smooth, calculated. Now, I'm not saying it's true, she'd say, leaning into the mic, but we have to ask questions. And then she'd proceed to tear Claressa apart. Video after video. Is Claressa Shields really who she says she is? The truth about Claressa's past nobody wants to discuss. Why does Claressa want to fight men? Let's talk about it. Each one got thousands of views, then tens of thousands, then millions. Flint never leaves you. Claressa sat in her living room, TV muted, phone glowing in her hand. Another upload, another thumbnail with her face twisted into something ugly. Another title that made her jaw tighten. She hit play anyway. Karizma's voice filled the room like smoke. There are whispers. Again, I'm just reporting what people are saying, that Claressa Shields may have been born with both male and female reproductive organs. Claressa froze. This bitch done went too far with this trolling shit. Her thumb hovered over the screen. Karizma continued, voice calm, almost polite. And that could explain her aggression, her desire to fight men, her dominance. I mean, we just have to ask, what are we really watching? The video kept playing, but Claressa wasn't hearing it anymore. Her ears rang, her chest tightened. Something inside her, something she kept controlled through every fight, every hardship, shifted, the breaking. Pum, pum. She threw the phone across the room. It hit the wall and dropped hard. Silence, then breathing, heavy, controlled, dangerous. This ain't boxing no more, she muttered. Her coach had told her years ago, in the ring, you punch problems. Outside the ring, you solve them smarter. She had listened for years. But this wasn't criticism. This wasn't even disrespect. This was character assassination. 2 days decision. 2 days later, Claressa sat in a quiet office across from a man who didn't look like he smiled often. Marcus Vale, private investigator, ex-law enforcement. The kind of man who didn't waste words. You want me to find her, he said, flipping through a folder. Not the YouTube persona, the real person. Claressa leaned forward. I want everything, name, address, family, job, all of it. Marcus studied her. You planning to sue? That she paused, then shook her head slowly. No, that answer told him everything he needed to know. Behind the screen. Karizma Speaks wasn't supposed to be this big. It started as commentary, celebrity gossip, Then it turned into something else, something sharper, something more targeted. And Claressa, she became the main character because she drove views, because controversy paid, because the algorithm rewarded it. Karizma sat in her apartment scrolling through her latest video stats. 2.3 million views, comments flying, debates raging, money climbing. She smiled slightly. They love it, she whispered. But there was something else too, a flicker of unease. Because deep down, she knew she was pushing it further each time. And the last video, that line she crossed.
Can you please like and subscribe to the channel? I'll suck your...
There was no coming back from that. The investigation begins. Marcus worked fast. Within a week, the mask started cracking. Karizma Speaks isn't her real name, he said over the phone. No surprise, Claressa replied. Her real name is Gina Blue. Claressa said nothing. Age 31, lives alone, Atlanta area. That made Claressa sit up. We're at in the ATL. I be down there a lot. I don't know yet. Small apartment, works remote, no criminal history, but... Marcus paused. But what? She's obsessed with you. Claressa frowned. What you mean? I mean obsessed. Archive fights, old interviews, social media deep dives. She's been studying you for over a year. A chill ran through Claressa. Not fear, recognition. This wasn't random. This was personal. Don't do anything stupid, Marcus warned. Let me handle this clean. Claressa looked out the window. Flint had taught her something early. Respect wasn't given. It was enforced. She'd been playing with my name for a year, Claressa said quietly. Now she gonna say it to my face when I beat that bitch ass. 3 days later, Claressa was in Atlanta. No announcements, no social media posts, no press, just her, a hoodie, and a location. Marcus texted the address, apartment complex. Quiet, ordinary. Nothing about it screamed millions of views. Broke-ass YouTube bitch. The walk-up was a workout. Claressa climbed the stairs, slowly. Each step steady, controlled, like walking to the ring. But this wasn't a fight with rules. No referee, no bell. Just truth and consequences. She reached the door. Apartment 8F. She could hear faint audio inside. Karizma's voice. Recording. Claressa's jaw tightened. She knocked. Inside. Gina froze. Mid-sentence. She wasn't expecting anyone. She checked the time. Delivery. No. Friend? She didn't have many. The knock came again. Louder. More deliberate. Something about it felt heavy. She walked to the door slowly, opened it, and everything stopped. Face to face. Claressa stood there. Real. Not a thumbnail. Not a headline. Not a rumor. Real. Gina's eyes widened. Her mouth opened slightly. No words came out. Claressa tilted her head. Go ahead, she said calmly. Say it again. Silence filled the hallway. Thick. Heavy. Unavoidable. Claressa stepped forward slightly, forcing the door open just enough to break that illusion. You ain't got no edits now, she said calmly. No cuts. No allegedly. Just you. Gina stumbled back. I didn't what, bitch? Claressa cut in, stepping inside and closing the door behind her. Click. That sound echoed louder than it should have. The apartment looked different than Claressa expected. Small, neat, a cheap ring light, still glowing in the corner. Laptop open. Recording software paused mid-sentence. Gina's voice frozen on the waveform. We just have to ask questions.
I know y'all wondering how Pimpin' Pap keep bagging these rich assholes. Nigga, I come from a whole family of pimps. I'm talking pimpin' since been pimpin', since been pimpin', since been pimpin', yo.
Claressa glanced at it, then back at her. That what you call it? She asked, asking questions. Gina swallowed hard. Her online voice, the calm, composed one, was gone. I was just reporting. Say it again. Claressa stepped closer. That thing you said. Gina shook her head immediately. I didn't mean. Say it. Her voice wasn't loud. That's what made it worse. Gina had built a platform tearing people apart, mainly Claressa, but she had never been in the same room as one of them. Never felt their presence, never had to deal with their eyes. Up close, Claressa didn't look like a rumor. She looked like pressure, like something that had survived too much to be broken by words. Gina backed into the edge of her desk. I got freedom of speech, she said, trying to grab control of something. Claressa nodded slowly. You do. Another step forward. I got freedom to pull up. Silence. Gina's voice broke. You can't be here. Claressa looked around casually. I'm the champ, bitch. I can be where I want to be. Her eyes landed on the camera. Still recording, still pointed at the chair. She walked over and pressed stop. No audience, she said. Now it's just truth. You ever been punched in the face? Claressa asked suddenly. Gina blinked. What? I'm asking you a question. That's what you like, right? No. Claressa nodded. I can tell. She stepped closer again. Close enough now that Gina had to lean back just to create space. You don't know what it feels like to get hit and keep going, Claressa continued. You don't know what it feels like to fight for your name. Gina's breathing got faster. This is different. No, it ain't, Claressa snapped. Sharper now. You've been fighting me for a year. You just been doing it from a safe place. You studied me, Claressa said. Watched every fight, every interview. Gina's eyes flickered. How you... I know everything about you. That landed hard. Real name, job, where you stay, what time you post. Gina's composure shattered. You had me followed. You followed me first. Silence again, but now it felt like it was closing in. Claressa leaned in slightly. Why me? Gina didn't answer. Why me? Claressa repeated, softer this time, but more dangerous. A long pause. Then finally, because you win. Claressa blinked. Didn't expect that. Gina laughed weakly. You win at everything. Fighting, talking, headlines. You don't lose. Her voice trembled, but something honest slipped through. People like you don't make sense to people like me. Claressa stared at her. People like you? People who struggle and stay there, Gina said quietly. People who don't get out. That changed the air. This wasn't just hate. It was resentment. And so you made something up? Claressa asked. Gina shook her head quickly. I didn't make it up. I heard. From who? No answer. From who? Forums, comments, rumors. Claressa exhaled slowly. So you took lies and turned them into thousands of views. Gina's eyes dropped. That's what people wanted to hear. That was it. That was the sentence that broke whatever restraint was left. The desk slammed sideways, not flipped, but shoved hard enough to send everything crashing. Gina jumped, screaming. Claressa didn't touch her, but the message landed loud. You don't get to play with my life like it's content. Claressa snapped. Her voice filled the apartment now, raw, unfiltered. You don't get to decide what I am. Gina pressed herself against the wall, shaking, waiting for the punches she thought were coming. I'm sorry. Too late for that. Claressa stopped, took a breath, then another. Years of discipline fighting to hold the line. Because this moment, this was bigger than anger. This was a decision. She could end this one of two ways. Right here, right now. No cameras, no witnesses, or She could make Gina face the world the same way she made others. Claressa stepped back, just a little, enough space for something unexpected. "Sit down," she said. Tasha hesitated. "Sit." She obeyed, slowly, shaking. Claressa grabbed the camera and turned it back on. The red light blinked. "Recording." Gina's eyes widened. "What are you doing? You like talking, right?" Claressa said. She pointed to the chair. "Talk." Gina stared at the lens. For the first time in her life, she had no script, no angle, no control, just truth. Claressa stood off to the side, watching, waiting. "Tell them," Claressa said quietly. Gina's voice barely came out. I made videos." Louder. "I made videos about Claressa Shields." Her voice cracked. "And some of the things I said weren't true." Claressa didn't move. "Keep going." Tears started falling. "Now, I exaggerated. I repeated rumors. You lied," Claressa said flatly. Gina closed her eyes. "I lied." The camera kept rolling, capturing everything. No edits, no cuts, no filters, just accountability. Claressa stepped closer one last time. "You post that," she said. Gina nodded quickly. "I will, I swear. And if you don't..." She didn't finish the sentence. She didn't need to. Claressa walked to the door, opened it, paused, then looked back. "Next time you say my name," she said, "make sure it's the truth." Then she left.
Yeah, she the boat, ain't no debate. Gold on the neck, belts heavyweight. Step in the ring, she dominate. Talking that smoke, get ventilated. She the woke, yeah, running back. Flint to the world, put city on map. Fans too fast, can't counter this.